Welcome to the Mediocre to Magnificent podcast. I'm your co-host, Braxton Matson, and your host, Lee A. Williams, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in because you are what makes this pure magnificence. You are the ripple effect of magnificence, and we are going to bring you a message that will give you insight, inspire you, motivate you, and challenge you to not only grow in your magnificence, but let you know that you are magnificent in everything you do. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss it. It's good to see you.
It's good seeing you.
I just want to, first off, before we start, I know, we kind of do things a week ahead on some stuff.
Yeah.
But, the whole situation that's happened in Georgia and Alabama about the tornadoes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we take things for granted.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
We do.
And, my hat goes off to everybody that's supporting and getting things back up. Families,
first responders, everybody that's working on getting it back to norm. Yeah.
But it's real surreal. When you drive down the road, I know yesterday, we had a birthday party with my niece and nephew, and just going through where they had clear cut or cleaned out for the roads, it amazes me how much something like that in just 45 minutes can devastate the whole situation.
I actually looked up what's the highest recorded wind of all time. I guess I don't know.
All time?
I mean, I don't. Of course, according to
it's not Mount Washington, is it? I know Mount Washington, or they got some serious.
It was 253 miles per hour.
Can you imagine being in something like that?
Right. And they say humans will blow away at 70.
Yeah.
70 miles an hour.
I want to say they clocked some speeds at 160 something when that came through.
Yeah.
On that.
So I looked, I looked at info sponge, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm looking up at 1,000 mile an hour wind. Total decimation.
Yeah. You're not,
whatever standing will blow over.
Yeah.
And then you're like, Lee, why are you talking like that? Because people, when you said people take for granted.
Yeah.
You don't think for 1 second if God wanted the winds to blow at 1,000 miles an hour, he could do it?
Yeah. I know, for real. Yeah. I mean, even the stuff going on in California with the flooding and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been to some of them places when we went on our honeymoon.
I've lived in some of those places.
That, when you've been there, and then you see what's going on now, it's a different deal.
Place could be an island if it keeps doing what it's doing.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
But it puts, like you said, people take for granted, but it puts it in perspective of where you really stand.
Yeah, it's nothing is guaranteed.
This is bigger.
Yeah. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But my prayers go out to everybody that's affected by that. I know a lot of people at my work. They live there in that area.
Yeah. So, I remember when I told Eric, I was like, man, Braxton checked on us, man.
Yeah, because I was sitting there because it was the kids, they were getting out of school. Candace was working at home. And it's right in the same area of the line it was going to go through.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there looking at, man, Lee's there in that area.
Lee's right
and
in the
literally,
path of the storm.
3 minutes down the road from here, there's a train flipped off the train track and a tin roof for a factory just ripped off.
Yeah.
I mean, it puts a lot of things in perspective.
Oh, yeah. To blow a train off?
That's what I was saying. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
man. When I came through this morning, they had guys out there working on getting that thing fixed. Because that train comes through every hour or something.
Every hour.
But, yeah. Prayers go out to everybody that's affected by it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, This episode, what we got for this episode?
Man, I was thinking I wanted to see, and I was just gonna pose a question: how do you account for accountability, man? And then, so give a background so people understand what we're talking about. Maybe in the form of like, okay, we're coaching.
Okay.
So when I ask you, like, how do you account for the accountability? Because, say for instance, to give you a little more help with the question, I'm coaching clients. Oh yeah, okay. In the next 2 weeks, what you plan on accomplish? What's your action item? What you gonna make happen? And then I've had clients, day of the call, like, oh, I just finished.
We were talking about this before we started, but yeah,
like I just finished. I just did it right before the call.
it's like last minute.
Yeah,
And I can't say that I have not done that. I cannot say that.
yeah,
Because it's like, and like, how do you account for the accountability? It's so important. Like accountability, no matter the way you look at it, it's very important
yeah.
to have. Because like, if you didn't have accountability, like I feel like progress would stop.
Oh, you're going that far?
Like really?
Progress would stop.
I mean, because it's like, let's say like meditation, like we talk about.
Yeah.
Like we were gonna like, okay, I'm gonna get like
5 times.
five times a week, or I'm gonna meditate 5 times a week. Then you get to the call, and you have the accountability. Like, and that's what I love about you, because you have the accountability. Like you know it. And you're like, okay, well, how you been on this? But it's like you don't have an attachment to it. You're just you're holding accountability.
Yeah.
Because they said
They said. You said. Look.
that you were gonna do this.
Yeah.
5 times a week or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I think people would just get so bogged down, like the accountability part for the person that's being held accountable.
Yeah.
They're putting it as, I got to be accountable to Lee.
Yeah.
Not to yourself.
Not to yourself.
And it's like, what are you doing?
What are you? And that's so good that you said that way, because how do you account for the accountability is how do you make it so you're more accountable to yourself?
Yes.
Or more accountable God than to someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I'm not, because I don't want to take away from coaching or mentoring and some of this, to be able to say like, hey, you have this extra built-in circumstance to help, like a coach, to help facilitate and just bring up what you said.
I like how you said that. It's like you're facilitating.
Yeah, just facilitate.
That's all you're doing.
Like, just help. Yeah, just like, hey. So, like with the person, I mean, because I've coached, the whole spectrum of clients over the years, but the thought process ends up being like, okay, like, where are you at right now? Oh, I'm driving the car.
Yeah.
Okay, I said, okay. So we scheduled this call 2 weeks ago, but for the last 6 months,
Yeah.
we've done this call every Wednesday at
So time.
so-and-so time.
Uh-huh.
And you're in your car.
Yeah.
So you must not be writing down your accountability.
Right.
So then how do I have more accountability for what you said than you have for yourself? Like, you don't even remember what you said next week or 2 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm taking notes like, you said you're going to meditate 5 times a day, 5 times a week. So when we get there, you're on that 9th one. You're like, oh, man, I got 1 more left. I'm supposed to have 10 in by the time to call. I got 10 minutes before I talk to him. Let me go ahead.
I'm going to knock it out. It just sounds
like, who lives that way? But
Yeah.
people do.
People do. No, for real. Mm-hmm.
So then I'm looking at the calendar. I got my notes. I'm like, okay, so let's be clear. Like, you work this many days. You got the weekend. So what you said was you're going to have 10 times by the time we talk in 2 weeks. Yeah. That's totally doable. Why are you acting like that?
Right.
I just want to be clear what you said.
Well, you've done like you've said this. You said this.
Because I definitely don't want to be like, well, you told me to do it. I didn't really want to do it.
Right.
So I have to empower you to be like, okay, this was your idea.
Mm-hmm.
But then how do you account for the accountability?
Yeah.
So you said you got something coming up.
I do have something coming up. It's a 12-week challenge that we're doing at work. Right. And it's it's the New Year's resolution, so it's dealing with health.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
You're saying this on the podcast too.
I'm saying this on the podcast.
So you're building in.
So this is like accountability. I'm building this in. I'm weaving it into this. So it's a weight loss challenge. I don't want to call it a weight loss challenge because we've said that before. But for me, having the accountability for 12 weeks and going through like every podcast and just how am I progressing?
No, be careful what you're saying.
I know,
because
and this is perfect for this.
Putting out
because
worldwide
it's
accountability
serious
right now.
Because like I want to do this, and so it's a 12-week challenge. It's a team effort. So which team sheds the most gets whatever the pot is for how much people,
the buy-in.
The buy-in. So that's the challenge. And I'm like, that alone right there, just that. 12-week challenge. Oh, you can get this pot. Yeah. Like that's an accountability point.
Yeah, that's built in. Yeah.
If you do what you said you were going to do,
right,
you potentially could get this pot right here.
Right.
Or, buy-in.
And more importantly, you'll be healthier.
And you'll be healthier. Yeah. And so it was like having it out, because a lot of times, like accounting for the accountability, if you keep the accountability to yourself, it's a lot easier not.
Oh yeah.
So
you've already told me.
Yeah.
Which I mean.
Yeah. That's gonna be.
If you didn't want to do it,
that alone.
You told me. So like, hey man, how's it going with you? You've said it on the podcast.
I've said it on the podcast. So there's like this is like everywhere now.
Yeah. So in 12 weeks time, if you're not slimmer.
Yeah.
If you ever show some improvement. But so what's so interesting is we all know people in our lives to say certain stuff to, or to not say something. If I say something to my wife, oh my goodness, she gonna ride me to the end of the earth.
Oh yeah.
Well, you said, and you said
it's like they get a whole.
But the reason why I'm saying not to, but why don't you say it to those people that you know are gonna help you facilitate it?
Yeah. I mean, why don't they?
I don't know.
To me, it feels like maybe it's not that they really want to do it. Maybe they don't really.
So sometimes stuff want to sounds good.
It sounds good until you gotta.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Until you gotta stretch your comfort zone and do something.
Yeah, because growth don't happen in the norm. Like, you're not gonna grow doing the same thing you've been doing.
Yeah.
You don't do that. So
sometimes, if you were to say the accountability with this, what's the goal?
My goal, honestly, it's not about the weight loss. It's not about shedding the pounds. It's, for me, the consistency of the proper eating, proper lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I know if that comes into play, the result is shedding of the weight.
Yeah. I was just, because, say, 12 weeks, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. It's like, okay, man.
Now that's far stretched, but yeah.
So to what, is it, if you say, okay, sit down and say, hey, I'm going to hold you accountable to this. And you said this. But then I also, as a coach, when I do this, I just think about it. I want to be able to assess this whole situation and define reality. That's what a leader's supposed to do, is define reality. And if you're facilitating the journey, you're leading the person along the journey, so you're the leader. But the thought process ends up being, if they say something that is unrealistic,
that needs to be addressed. Like, it needs to be talked
12
about.
12 weeks. I'm shooting for 100.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Right.
You're shooting for 100, man?
You know, and this will probably be an episode.
Like, what if you break it down? Like, what's 12 divided by, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot. Like,
what is
like, realistically looking at it, you want to shed, like, let's do the math here. Like, 12 weeks?
Yeah. If just say
12 weeks.
Just say you're the 100-pound guy.
100-pound guy. You want to lose 100 pounds.
Yeah.
12 weeks. You're losing like a little over 8 pounds a week. That's not. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, realistically,
the farthest. I mean, there's been people, but biblically, 40-day fast without food and water. Like, do you, even if you say, well, okay, well, I'm gonna do 2 40-day fasts in the process of the 12 weeks. I shouldn't be laughing that much, but do you even make it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is like,
it's defining, like you said, it's defining the reality.
I can't even hold you accountable to that, man.
Right. Like, the fact I can't even, like, you're telling me you're going to do this.
Yeah.
I can't hold you accountable to this because that's just not realistic. Like, you're having to find reality on a lot of this stuff when you want to be accountable for things.
So, man, I can't even hold you accountable to that, man.
I mean, and I feel like a lot of time, like, it could be a biblical thing. Like, it's just a selfish thing.
Like, tell me more about that.
Say you want to, you want to lose XYZ or whatever, or you want to do this, or you hear the you. Yeah. You hear the you inside all that stuff I just said.
I.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're not seeing the whole spectrum, like your lifestyle, your family, friends, relationships, how your day-to-day routine is.
Activities, yeah.
Like, you have to take everything into account and, like, truly look at it and say, like, hey, maybe the 100 pounds isn't realistic, but at least I can do something to get to that point. And patience is a virtue.
Discipline
is key in this too.
You gotta discipline.
Yeah.
You gotta execute the plan, and you gotta be consistent over the 12-week time period.
Yeah. And I think a lot of time, like, even with this challenge, like the 12-week challenge, like, I'm taking baby steps. Like, it's okay. I need to get my meals right. Slow. Like, hey, okay, what can I do today?
Yeah.
What can I do this one meal for today?
Right.
What can I do when I get up? You know, it's the smaller things that really make the bigger picture a more of a reality. So you got to go into detail on that kind of stuff sometimes.
Yeah. So if you had to say where does the internal accountability really break down?
Where it breaks down, like, as far as, like, it failing, or like detail, like, how does it?
Like, so if you like, say for instance, if we just, a lot of people can resonate with this and say, hey, I'm gonna shed the weight, I'm gonna release the weight, I'm gonna change my lifestyle. They have an at work challenge. They say it on the podcast. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, well, let's at least give you, if we're creating this scenario, let's at least give you more than 7 weeks in.
7 weeks in. Okay.
It's like, man, we're going to the sticky cactus.
For y'all that don't know this, every Thursday, we do our best to do Mexican as like a date night thing. Yeah. And the place we go is Sticky Cactus.
Right.
So yeah, like that's a good example. Like, so for me, it would be, can I, like, what is it that I could possibly eat, or what could I do that could offset me having the date night and doing that kind of stuff?
And I know you, so it's like I'm gonna put it on thick, right? So for instance, say you got UL testing that week.
Yeah.
You get caught by a train on the way home, and there's traffic.
Ooh.
And you already didn't work out that morning, and you said you would.
Yeah.
And then it's Thursday night, date night, sticky cactus.
Man. Boy, you laid it on thick on that one.
Well, we're talking about how do you account
Right.
for the accountability. And sometimes people think that life isn't going to happen.
And it happens.
And they plan out their plan like, oh, yeah, it's going to be great. And we're going to do this and we're going to do this. And then life does this thing and punches you in the face.
Yeah, it hits the fan.
And I said some things that we could consider that, like, it could be some outside stressors.
Yes.
The call team, the service call team, the warranty team's not in the office. You're the guy now.
Yeah, it could be that.
You got UL tested, you got the train, you got traffic. You didn't work out that morning.
Kids might be sick.
Oh, I'll work out. I'll do two Saturday.
I'll work. Okay, if I can't do this, I'll do double workout Friday.
I'll hop on the Peloton and hit some weights, so it'll be fine. And then it's like, but now you're going.
But now you're like
at the sticky cactus.
And the thing is, okay, so
what happens, man?
I feel like a lot of times when you get to those situations, I've been there. I've done that. I've seen it. We always, it's like we restrict ourselves to the goal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I gotta work. I gotta do 15 minutes on the Peloton.
Yeah.
How about you just do 5?
Yeah. And up the intensity.
Or how about you just change the meal up on the date night to where it's not as bad as what you probably would have ate.
Nah. Oh my God. That's good.
Or it's healthier.
It's
healthier. Let me rephrase that.
Look,
it's healthier.
Good catch. Not as bad. Okay.
But that's the thing. Like, a lot of times when outside stressors happen like that, everything goes out the window.
Everything.
Like, it's just catastrophic. I can't do it anymore. Like, kind of thing. And like, if those things happen, it's changing your perspective on how can I, not later, but now, change the dynamic to still make progress.
Right. And I think that's the reason why I was willing to ask you like that, because somewhere in the resolution to early beginning of the year stage, something happens for someone that is like, oh, well, I'll just wait till later to get it back going or start over. And it's like,
you're pushing it off until like the end of the year.
All you did was go to Mexican, man.
Right. You make something that's so, I wouldn't say small, but like, it's like, it's devastation to the whole system of like what you're trying to achieve.
And then you end up, so this is a person. You go to Mexican and you've had the week you've had. You ordered something that you're like, it wasn't the healthiest choice. Just to be real.
Yeah.
Somewhere in your mind, because this is how this works. So let's account for the accountability. Mm-hmm. Oh man, you know that new ice cream shop on the square?
It's like, not just are we getting Mexican.
No, somewhere somebody hits a bright idea to bring up. You know that new ice cream shop on the square?
Get some ice cream.
You're like, I've already failed. I've already screwed up. Like,
but you do it anyway.
My plan, my goal, it's like. And then you don't get a single scoop of sherbet. You know what I'm saying? You don't get you get the 3 scoop
3-screw white truffle.
Rocky Road.
Yeah.
And it's like, how did we get so far in this?
Yeah.
All while your wife is looking at you like, I thought he said he wanted to shed some weight. He actually paid to buy into this.
Right. Right.
I mean, really, right?
Right.
It's like, what did you signed up for a new gym membership, man?
Have you ever, there's some gyms where you sign up and you get a schedule going with them on your workout routine.
Yeah.
And if you don't show up, you owe them money.
Yeah.
Now that's serious accountability. Like when your money gets involved.
Let's account for the accountability. People need it, man.
They do. That's why it's there. Account for the accountability is there to have you grow.
Yeah.
It's growth. And if you don't have it, it's not there. I mean, we're just talking about like the health aspect. Your faith.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you, like the last year, like just being more involved in the community that we're in.
Yeah.
I've grown so much in that aspect.
Yeah.
Because it's like accountability. But it's not like guilting you into it. You're holding yourself accountable for that.
Yeah.
Because you want that.
Gotta have it, man.
You gotta have it. But yeah, 12-week challenge.
12 weeks. We're gonna see how it all unfolds, man.
It's gonna happen.
It is. Account for the accountability. And it all starts with what you said.
That's right.
Till next time.
This is your co-host here, Braxton Matson, and Lee and I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we did making it, but we couldn't do it without you. So please hit that like button, leave us a rating, leave us a review. Let us know what topic or subject that you would like us to talk about in your journey from mediocre to magnificent. But most of all, share it. Be the ripple effect of magnificence and know that you are magnificent in everything you do. Till next time.